Saying that the first Galaxy Z Fold had some issues when it was first released 3 years ago is an understatement. It had durability problems, camera issues, battery deficiencies, and more. But now with the 4th generation of the Galaxy Z Fold, has Samsung finally fixed those issues and given us a solid phone? Well, I've had the Galaxy Z Fold 4 for over 60 days now, about 2 months, and this is my full review of Samsung's latest foldable. Let's start with durability, because that's always been a big question mark with foldable smartphones from Samsung. Now, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 has held up surprisingly well. It's only been 2 months, but so far the inner display has been solid. There isn't any peeling of the inner display's cover, and the hinge still feels strong and smooth as it did when I first got the phone. I always felt worried about handling a Z Fold because I always felt I would damage it by mistake. But honestly, that feeling has started to go away with the Galaxy Z Fold 4. This phone feels capable of handling day-to-day usage without any problems, which is what you want from your smartphone. It also has IPX8 water resistance, so it can take a splash or two with no issues. So for durability, I've been happy with the results so far. I haven't had any durability issues, which is what I like to see from my smartphone. But now let's talk about the best part of the Galaxy Z Fold 4, and that's the large inner display. That 7.6-inch display is sharp, bright, and I absolutely love being able to carry a larger display with me at all times. It's perfect for watching movies or videos, and of course, because of that aspect ratio, you are going to have some large black bars when you're watching content, but you do have the ability to zoom in with most applications and still enjoy watching content on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. I did find that the aspect ratio though is much better for multitasking. I was able to have 2 applications open side by side, and the applications just seem to be more usable with that aspect ratio. You can of course see the crease down the middle of the screen if you really look for it, but it does seem to be less prominent this year, and just like the previous Galaxy Folds, after a while I forgot it was there. You can only really see it at an angle, and I never felt it was affecting the viewing experience of the Z Fold 4. Now the screen does feel softer than a normal glass screen would, and that's really because of the thin screen protector the Fold's inner display comes with, but it honestly didn't bother me much, and I quickly got used to it. It's just something that you'll notice as soon as you start using this phone. The under display selfie camera has been improved this year as well, and I could hardly notice it when I was using the phone. It wasn't until I actually looked for it that I would see it. So 2 months in, that larger inner display is definitely my favorite part of the Galaxy Z Fold 4, and it really just makes the whole experience of owning a foldable worth it. But now let's get into performance. The Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor that's inside is a beast. It's quick and snappy, applications open up quickly, multitasking is no issue with this processor, and I haven't really experienced any slowdowns or hiccups with the Snapdragon. Mobile gaming is smooth, and it's just an all-around impressive processor this year. When it comes to battery life, it's decent. It's definitely not bad, but it's also not the best out there. But honestly speaking, it's better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't have high hopes when I heard that this phone only had a 4,400 milliamp hour battery inside. That's the same size battery capacity as the Galaxy Z Fold 3, and that didn't do very well when it comes to battery life. But it's performed better than my expectations. I actually did a whole video on how the battery performed throughout my whole day. I'll link that video in the description below if you want to check it out. But when it comes down to it, I could get around 6 to 7 hours of screen on time, which is honestly impressive for the battery size and the display size this phone has. Not the best, but it's still good enough to get me through a full day. It's more than acceptable, at least in my opinion. Hopefully Samsung is able to squeeze a larger battery into the Fold 5, but I've been pleasantly surprised with this year's Snapdragon and its energy efficiency. But now let's get into something else that sort of worried me with the Galaxy Z Fold 4. And that's the camera. Previous Fold phones never really had a great camera experience. The hardware just wasn't on par with what the other Galaxy phones offered, so it always sort of lagged behind. and if you wanted a better camera experience, you would just go with the other Galaxy S phones. Well, this year it seems like Samsung really made an effort to improve the camera experience. You're essentially getting the same camera hardware in the S22 and S22 Plus. The camera is able to capture sharp, vivid photos. Video is also really improved, and it's just an excellent all-around camera. You have all the camera modes you're used to on a Samsung phone, like portrait shot, slow-mo and super slow-mo video, night mode, portrait video, which is kind of like a cinematic mode for Galaxy phones, and more. You also get 30 times space zoom with the Galaxy Z Fold 4, which is also impressive, and this phone has by far the best selfie camera in any Galaxy phone, and maybe really in any flagship smartphone available now. Not because of the actual selfie camera sensors in the phone that you have in the outer display and the inner display, because the outer one is okay and the under display one is just bad, but because you can actually flip this phone open and use the main camera sensor on the back as a selfie camera. You can look at what you're taking a picture of with that outer display, which is honestly just a great feature, and if you love to take selfies, this is honestly a phone you should consider. And it's more than capable of being a go-to phone for video and photos. So I can honestly say that the top 3 things I was worried about with this year's Fold phone, the battery, durability, and camera, have seemed to be really improved with the Galaxy Z Fold 4, to the point where I don't think those things should hold you back from buying this phone. But speaking of holding you back from buying this phone, let's get into price. This phone cost $1,800. This is by far one of the most expensive smartphones out there. Of course, you can always find it on sale. It seems like Samsung is constantly putting the Z Fold 4 on sale, so you can always get it for cheaper. But if you're looking at it from the regular, non-sale price, this is not a phone for most people. There's plenty of cheaper, capable options out there, but no other phone will do what the Galaxy Z Fold 4 does. Having the ability to pull out that tablet-like experience from your pocket is something I truly appreciate. The front outer display is slightly wider this year, which just makes that outer display easier to use, and it just feels like a normal smartphone. So it's a smartphone when you need it, with a larger inner display when you want it. I actually found myself using the outer display more than I thought I was, and for certain things like watching content or multitasking, I quickly just unfolded the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and I was ready to go. In the end, yes, the Z Fold 4 is expensive. There's no getting around it. But if it's something that you can afford, it's definitely worth that extra price tag, at least in my opinion. It just made me actually start to enjoy smartphones again, because it's not the same old flat slab design. It's unique. You have unique features with the Galaxy Z Fold 4 that just other smartphones don't offer. You have the ability to use the S Pen on the inner display, and the inner display is an actual good size for the S Pen to actually be useful. It's just an all-around productivity machine that could do most of what your smartphone and tablet does in one. So I definitely recommend checking out the Galaxy Z Fold 4 if you're looking for something different, and I can't wait to see what Samsung has in store for the Galaxy Z Fold 5. But what do you think of the Z Fold 4? Are you planning on picking up Samsung's latest foldable? Let me know with a comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos just like this one on tech news, reviews, and opinions, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.